pleasure to introduce our project. Use DB to do indoor position. And my name is Gao. This is my first year in the Iran University. DB is a wireless transmission technology, and is composed by right node, reference node, and the computer. The reference node will send the signal, and the right node is put on the thing you want to locate. And it will receive the signal from the reference node, and it will send back to the computer, and you will know where is the right node. And this is the reference node and the right node looks like. And this is the center, and it will connect to the computer. And this is reference node, and you can put in the room. And this is the right node and the center, and this connect to the computer. And there have many wireless transmission technology like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And why we choose Zigbee to do indoor position? Because Zigbee, because its power consumption is very low, and you can use 2 batteries, and you can use 1 or 2 months. And we want to use Zigbee can be used in many places, like you can use in house or office. You can use in office, and you will know where is your employee. And we want to use Zigbee in house, and let the light or air condition know where are you. And if you leave the room, and the light and the air conditioning will turn off. So you can save more energy, and you can save your money. And how do Zigbee to locate? You use RSSI. RSSI is the value of the signal strength, and the N is the constant, and D is the distance between right node and reference node. So if the right node is close to the reference node, and the RSSI will be big. If the right node is far away from the reference node, and the RSSI becomes small. So we can put more reference nodes, and we'll get the position more correct. And that is, we use 8 reference nodes, and this is we use 14 reference nodes. And we can see the error will be smaller. This is our simulation. This yellow is the reference node, and this is the right node. Zigbee can be used in many places because it's cheap, and you can put many reference nodes you want. And we still try to improve the security. And this is the reference. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
Yes. Why don't you use GPS?
Because GPS is not so correct in the building. Any question?
How much time did you spend on this research?
About 6 months.
6 months. And how much money will it save? So each household can save money by using, if they use the gate, households can save money. Am I understanding correctly? Because you were saying that that money can be saved by using this device. And could you give me a little bit more detail on that?
Detail.
An example, maybe. A little bit more of an example.
You can use better the light. So if you leave this room, then the light will turn on.
Yes.
So then you won't forget to turn off the light.
Okay, now I completely understand. Thank you.
Could you explain how you use RSSI to locate what? I'm quite confused. Can you go to the slide, how to locate? Because I don't know how to locate what. What is the target you want to locate?
The RSSI, if RSSI is big, and it means the blind node is very close to the reference node. So if you put many reference nodes, and we will get the position of the reference node.
Oh, so you want to locate the reference node?
The blind node.
Oh.
This.
You want to locate the blind node?
Blind node, and if this is close to this reference node, so the RSSI will be big. Or if it is far away from this, so this RSSI will be small.
So it has a minus symbol. Did you notice that? It has a minus. So it's a negative number, right? Like -1 or minus 0.5. What is the numbers range? What is the range? Because you can see there's a negative sign in front of the formula. So you'll get negative numbers, like -0.1.
I forgot.
So you forgot the range. Okay. Because if you don't, I suggest you put some, a range indication. So, people can know what is the highest number, what would be the lowest number. So we can judge whether we find a blind node or not. Okay. So now it's just time, right?
Okay. Bad news when the news as always. I want to, and I'm not making fun of you because I just want you to see this. This is for everybody. This is the way you walk up. A little bit like that. So you didn't, I know maybe you were being a little bit humble, but I would encourage you to walk up a little bit more enthusiastically, because if you don't have the enthusiasm when you walk up, I noticed during your presentation you were enthusiastic for key points. But when you walked up, you really looked like, I want this presentation to be over. Okay? So be careful with that. And you were smiling a lot, which was good. Truly. And I love the photo. If you're going to do that, you're going to connect with an audience. Don't just do the most perfect photo of yourself. This is me on my most amazing day. You had this kind of playful, this is a little bit silly photo of me, and I'm connecting with the audience. But let me continue with a little bit of the bad news. And that was that your voice was at times flat. There's a key thing you were doing, I noticed. When you were looking at the slides, your voice got really flat. And when you looked at us, your voice became more lively and more enthusiastic. And so if you can look at your slides and maintain that intonation and enthusiasm, that was a key thing, because you can do it well when you're looking at us. But it went a little bit flat and almost disinterested, like you stopped being interested when you went to the past. Your introduction. I mean, you just said Zigbee, and I'm sorry, but, you know, for the non-expert like me, and you might have some people, let's say there's other engineers, a man or a woman, and they're with their friends or something, and they just don't know what you're talking about. You just said Zigbee, right at the beginning. Yeah. So a little bit nice to give us a little bit more introduction about what Zigbee was. The other thing is, I liked your visuals because they were, in some sense, for me, you know, the stuff's not easy for me to understand. They were fairly basic and clear, but they could have been a little bit more lively and colorful too. But you used them well. You were referring to them a lot, and I liked the blue column. You know, when you were referring to the numbers, that was very clear for me to understand what was going on. Can you go to your slide when you show the houses? The house. Oops, sorry. The other way. No, right there, yeah. See, I thought, first of all, it's a bit small, not that we're meant to read that, but I thought this was a great opportunity. That's why I asked you my stupid question, you know, like, how do I save money? Well, this was a great opportunity for us to see a few examples of how this device would work. You know what I mean? And you can combine the technological language with everyday language of, you know when to turn off the light. And for example, so this visual, even though it's a bit small, was a great opportunity to make it understandable for everybody, I thought. Overall, I liked your